Welcome. Last class, I already told in the beginning, by oversight, the previous to last class, ending question was 40. So last class, 5 questions solved. It should have been 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. By oversight, I jumped by 10. I wrote 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. And I told in the beginning only, I recorded once again and added in the beginning and change it to 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So today, question 46. See, a block, all these are concept questions. Be careful. A block of mass 200 kgs. Be careful. See, mass 200 kgs is placed on a rough inclined plane which makes angle of 50 degrees with horizontal. Coefficient of friction is 0.36. Find by what force the block should be pressed perpendicular to the plane to prevent it from sliding. I will tell you what is the question first of all. But before I start the question, see, first important 1 minute. I will explain what is the question first of all. See, there is an inclined plane. See, this way, inclined plane. A block is placed here. See, very stiff. It will slide down. How to prevent slide down? We already discussed so many questions. One option, apply a force this way, apply a force this way. You tie a cable either this way or horizontally or inclined. All we solved earlier. This is a special type. See, as it slides here, see, how to prevent it? One option is there. Do one thing. When it is sliding here, you press it down. See, this way, press it down. Perpendicular to the plane, press it. What will happen by pressing is, when you press it down by a force, it will increase the normal reaction. When normal reaction is increased, frictional force will also increase. Therefore, see, actually 50 degree angle, mu is 0.36. If you go to logic, tan inverse of 0.36, in shift tan inverse 0.36 is around 20 degrees, 19.8 degrees. That is angle of friction. But this 50 degrees is too stiff, so it will slide down. So to prevent it from sliding, earlier classes, we discussed so many options. A new option, see, you press it down. It is quite simple, very easy to understand by press it down. Now remember, this principle is used in steel structures, high strength friction grip bolts, HSFG bolts. See, in HSFG bolts, the nuts are tightened, bolt will be in tension, which will compress the plate. So when you compress the plate, it will give frictional resistance, which will resist the shearing force to be transferred. That all you discuss in the steel structures, but same principle. By applying a force perpendicular to the plane, you can increase the friction. That's all. Because why? Because frictional force, limiting frictional force is mu times normal reaction. See, if this P is not there, normal reaction is lesser. So frictional force will be lesser, body will slide down. By pressing here, your normal reaction will increase. That will increase the frictional resistance. Thereby, we can prevent it from sliding. Okay, now, see, let P be the force by which the block should be pressed perpendicular. Pressed means what? This way, perpendicular to plane to prevent it from sliding. Okay. Now, one very important, see, this I will tell only once. In engineering mechanics or strength of materials later, or in structural analysis question or any subject, see, we always see right here, what all I dictate you are right. See, next part you are write it now. Red color I will write. Red color I will write, you write it. We always require weight except in structural dynamics, vibrations. There you require mass. Otherwise, in all engineering mechanics or strength of materials or structural analysis or other subject also, we require weight. You should know that weight equal to mass into g. G is acceleration due to gravity. Now, if you consider mass in kilogram, see, kilogram is, no, this is not the kilogram you go to roadside and ask for a shop for weight. That is a weight kilogram. It is what? It is not SI system, MK system. So that is gravitational unit. That is not used now. We take force in Newton or kilonewton. So mass in kilogram and G in meter per second square, then the weight will come in Newton. Remember, mass in kilogram into G. Therefore, make a note here in this question. You write all these right here correctly. Given mass equal to mass of block equal to how much? 200 kilograms. 200 kilograms. Therefore, weight of the block, you write this way, equal to mass into mg equal to 200 kilograms into g is, take 9.81, that is in meter. See, mass should be in what? Mass should be in kilogram, g should be in meter per second square, and weight will come in Newton. So equal to, it will come 1962 Newton. That is how, see, I wrote weight equal to 1962 Newton. Therefore, make a note now before you go further. Any question, sometime in examination solve, just to cheat you, they give mass 200 kilogram. So many people in a hurry, what they will do is, they will take 200 here. No, it is a mass. It is not weight. So whenever mass given in kilogram, multiply it by what? G in meter per second square. Everywhere throughout in India and also throughout the world, usually now our Earth, G is 9.81 meter per second square. Multiply that one, you get the weight in Newton. Consider this weight for further calculation. And one more thing, sometime in any question, in examination, they may ask what is the mass what is the mass? In that case, don't use mass. You first find the weight. Then, once you get the weight, divide by g. Don't multiply. See, weight equal to mass mg, W equal to mg. So m, if they want, it is W by g. So if the mass given, use the weight equal to mg and get the weight and continue further. But in any question, by chance, if they ask the mass, what is the mass of the block? Something like that. Then you write, let W be the weight of the block. One question I will give you. W be the weight. Next question I will give you. W be the weight of the block. Get the weight by usual calculation. Weight of the block in Newton. Do usual calculation, get it. Then write, therefore mass equal to W by G, get the answer. Next question, I will do that one. Okay. This much over. Now some statement you have to write. If you don't write, you are losing. The force P perpendicular to the plane is, what is the question? Just is to prevent it from sliding. Just to prevent it from sliding. So they want by what force, by what at here, by what minimum force, okay. By what minimum force, it's much better. Minimum force. You can apply more force. See, our answer came 2913.793. At least this much force is required, that much you have to press it. Suppose you press more, good. Body will not slide down. It will be more stable. See, you press further, body will be stable. At least this much. So this is for limiting case, right here. Therefore, they want minimum force means by work should be, P be the force by which the block should be present, perpendicular to prevent the block from sliding to prevent plane to just to prevent it, okay, just to prevent the block from sliding. Now write here, therefore, now write, let R be normal reaction. Then let, since our case is just to prevent sliding, it is FF will be FF limit equal to mu into normal reaction, mu into normal reaction, mu equal to, given in the question, 0.36 into R, and block is prevent it from sliding down. So when it is sliding down, friction is this way, 0.36 R. If you don't write all these, if you understand, okay, but better write it. Okay, this all I will not write now. I told already, these statement next, sometime I will dictate, sometime I will keep quiet. I will tell you do the formalities. See, let R be the normal reaction. After some time I will tell formalities for you. Okay, now take XX this way, YY this way. Okay, start. Sigma Fy, which one first? Anything first. Okay, sigma Fy0 plus R minus P, or minus P plus R directly along YY minus 1962 sine 40. How 40 you know it? Equal to 0. You call equation number 1. Then sigma Fx0. Write this way positive. You get plus 0.36 R. See, this is not there, this is not there. Directly along YY minus 1962 cos 40 equal to 0. Your R will come plus 4174.942 Newton. Substitute that R here, you get the value of P. Positive sign came. Make a note. Positive sign means correct. It should be pressed by that force. By chance, make a note here. By chance, this angle is very small, theta. See, you take this angle theta. If that theta angle is very small, then the body will not slide. In that case, your P will come negative. Why? If, see, suppose the question is, see, if it is a steep angle, slide, you require to press it. Suppose now, why you want to press it? It is already, see, now it's already stable. It is already stable. It is not sliding down. Now you don't require to compress it. So your P will come negative. Okay. Question over. Now, question number 46. Today I am not doing much question because little commitment for me and little feeling tired also. It is very late night now. So I first decided today not possible. Then I decided not to break the sequence. So 2 questions and friction all. I will not do much questions in every class because purpose of all this friction question is academic or competitive examination. Such people who study for academic purpose or competitive examination, they do not want too many questions in a class. So many people, they upload 6-minute, 7-minute class. No, I don't do that much. At least 20-30 minutes minimum. But sometime in the friction question only more time required, then I will take. But once you finish friction, go to strength of materials, then onwards, surely the class duration will be not less than 1 hour. Why? Because it is that way. And some of the questions in structural analysis, remember, the class duration may be more than 3 or 4 hours. Especially, suppose we are solving analysis of a frame, rigid jointed frame, where with the sway by Carney's rotation contribution method or by moment distribution method or slope deflection method. For the first question, I require at least 4 to 5 hours. At that time, it will be a very lengthy class. That is meant for structural engineering, not it is required for structural engineering and also academic purpose. Okay, now question number 47, today's class last question, some interesting question, I will tell you. That's all. I will conclude now. Okay, 1 minute now. I will set the question and then solve it. second and last question of today's class. See, this is a very good question. Actually, this is one of the examination question given in some university examination. It can come anywhere, but little lengthy, so it can't be objective question. So, a block is placed. I forgot is only. Okay. Grammar problem. Don't see this one. A block is placed on a rough inclined plane. See, rough inclined plane, which makes an angle of 40 degree with horizontal. Now, this is an experiment. I will tell you what is the question first of all. See, they told it is found that a force of 248 Newton along the plane just along the plane just prevents the block from sliding down. And for a force of 524 Newton along the plane, the block is on the verge of moving up the plane. Find mass of the block and angle of friction. See, 1 minute, they want mass of the block. Okay, but you find weight. Unknown is weight, not mass. So do one thing, if they want mass, lastly we will do it. Let W be the weight of the block. Then we want angle of friction. No, we will find coefficient of friction. Last step, using mu, we will find angle of friction. So let W be the weight of the block and mu be the coefficient of friction. Okay. Now, see, there are two cases given right here. Two data given here. Experimentally, see, it's actually experiment. I will tell what is the question. See, there's an inclined plane at 40 degrees. Some weight, we don't know what is the weight. It is placed. It will slide down. So, they found out for what force, see, what minimum force along the plane, it is just to prevent sliding. See here, that force is 248 Newton. So, see, it is sliding down. So, if you apply 248 Newton, see, how this way, it will just to prevent sliding. But then they applied further more force. Finally, it started moving up. So, it will understood. See, if a vehicle is parked in an inclined road and if the vehicle is sliding, to prevent sliding, you require lesser effort. But to move it up the plane, you require heavy effort. Correct? Therefore, see, at 248 Newton, this is first case. Case 1, you can write case 1. 248 Newton, see, block is just prevented from sliding down. And case 2, 524 Newton, block is on the verge of moving up the plane. I will tell you something. What I did was, I set the question for, I first considered, when I solved what I did is, I took weight of the block as 600 Newton and mu equal to 0.3. Then with that data, I assumed, I considered it. I found at what force it is just prevented from sliding. Answer came 247.9 something came. I rounded to 248. And what force will just push it up the plane? I got 524.0 something. Or I got 523.8 or 9 or 524.12 like that. I rounded to 524. Anyway, this is the question given for you. This is my personal. So later, after I solve, I should get weight very near to 600 Newton and mu very near to 0.3. Why? Because these two values are given for answer known to me. So therefore, see here, I told 600 Newton, 600.509 Newton. I told 0.3, 0.299999 came. Okay, actually, this is information. Someone will ask, sir, how you got the 248? Usually examination, they won't give 248, 524. What they will give you? 250 and 525. So, value will, and they will solve the question. This is, I preset the question for getting the answer. Anyway, now do one thing, don't see these things all. Okay. Case 1, case 2. Okay, now W be the weight of the block and mu be coefficient of friction. Now see, R be normal reaction. For both cases, frictional force is limiting frictional force mu into R. Now it is very important. I will tell you, see, very careful about this one. This is general statement. General. What? If R is the normal reaction, limiting friction is mu into R. That you know it. Okay, now consider 1. You write here. Consider 1 means case 1 or given data 1. You write here. That is a force of 240. You write here. A force of 248 Newton applied along the plane just to prevent it from sliding down. Since it is just to prevent it to sliding down, friction is this way. See, tendency is to slide down, friction is this way. FF limit equal to mu R1. Now, let R1 be the normal reaction for case 1. See, for case 1, you write, let R1 be the normal reaction. Later you will get R1 equal to R2. Somebody will tell me, sir, why you took R1, R2? You can take directly R. No. That is dangerous. You take R1. If R1 equal to R2, you will get it. Unknown is R1. See, for case 1, right, let R1 be, W and mu is same. See, R1, this is W. See, XX this way, YY this way, all this told for you. Sigma Fy0 plus R1 minus W sin 50 equal to 0. R1 will come W sin 50. Sigma Fx0 plus mu R1 minus W cos 50, then plus 248 equal to 0. Substitute R1 equal to W sin 30. So mu into R1, W sin 50 minus W cos 50 equal to minus 248, equation number 1. Okay, leave it. Come to consider 2, second case, second other data given. Right here, consider 2, that is a force of 524 Newton will make the block on the verge of moving up. See, it is just preventing from sliding down. So friction is this way because tendency of block is to slide down. Here, this force will make the block move up. Therefore, friction gets reversed. Be very careful. Friction gets reversed. If see here, sliding down means friction this way. Moving up means friction this way. Let R2 be normal reaction. And FF limit for this case, you do one thing, FF limit for 1, you do one thing, okay, FF limit for 1, okay, 1 first case, FF limit for second case equal to mu into R2, okay, sigma Fy0 plus R2 minus W sin 50 equal to 0, your R2 also will come W sin 50. Somebody will tell, sir, you do not know the subject. Why? See, you should have common sense. Last time, R1 minus W sin 50 equal to 0 because these two are not there. Only this way. Why? See, this 284 and mu are along the x-axis directly. R1 minus W sin 50 0. This time also R2 minus W sin 50 0. Last time R1 W sin 50. This time also R2 W sin 50. You do not know the subject properly. You are unnecessarily taking two separate unknowns. I will tell them, okay, if you do it that way, by chance in the question, if they give not 248 along the plane, suppose they tell a horizontal force of 248 Newton prevents from sliding. See, a horizontal force of 248 prevents from sliding and a horizontal force of 524 makes it move up the plane. Then he will tell, then also same. I will tell what then also same. See there. Then this force this way, when you resolve, see, this way and this way, when you resolve this way and this way, then sigma Fy will give you what? R1 minus W sine 50 minus 248 what? 248 sine 40. This is 40 degree then, sine 40. Here, R2 minus W sine 50 minus 524 sine 40. Oh, yes, sir. Then it will change. Then what you told? I do not know the subject. You do not know the subject. I am taking precaution so that in this case, if it is equal, it will come equal. See, since it is along the plane, it is not affecting the answer. But in the question, by chance, if they give force this way, it will affect the question. Therefore, make a note. Therefore, better what? Whenever doubt comes, take separate. If it is equal, see, it came equal here. Okay. So finally, I will ask him, now tell me who knows the subject better. He will keep quiet. Okay. Now, R2, I already told you, W sine 50. Sigma Fx0, see now. Last time it was see, plus mu R1. Now, minus mu R2 minus W cos 50 plus 524 equal to 0. Substitute R2 equal to W sine 50. You get minus mu into R2 W sine 50 minus W cos 50 minus 524 equal to minus 524. Equation number 2. Now see, mu W sine 50 mu minus mu W sine 50. What you do? You make 1 plus 2. When you make 1 plus 2, this term will cancel. Minus W cos 50 minus W cos 50 is minus 2W cos 50 equal to sum of these two is minus 772. So W equal to minus will cancel. 772 divided by 2 divided by cos 50, you will get 600.509 Newton. Substitute either in 1 or 2, you do it. See, substitute W, whatever you got, either in 1 or 2, you will get mu equal to 0.29999, almost equal to 0.3. Okay, now do one thing, closing part. Now I will close the question. So therefore, remember, see, if I know that this R1 and this R2, they are always same. Whatever data given, see, whatever data given in the question, if whatever way question is given, if this R1 and this R2, if they are coming same means, then I will take R only. I will defend it then. I told I am not that much weak in subject. For that matter, I am quite strong in subject. When I took different, because this question came same, but actually some other question, it may not come same. So otherwise what will happen? If I take simply R here and R here, those who are practicing, going for examination, if such a question comes, if two cases are coming, both the places, they will put R only. Then they will have problem. I will tell you, they will have problem then. I will tell you what is the problem. Little later, in one more class uploaded in YouTube, where blunders, what blunder people make when they get meaningless answers. Okay, now everything is over. I will remove this one. I will close the question. Okay, make a note. Make a note, last note. See, we got the value of W, that is weight of the block, equal to 600.772 Newton, and we got mu equal to 0.29999. This is the answer right here. Usually, if an examination question, what they will ask is find the weight of the block and find coefficient of friction. But right here, but this question, they want mass of the block. What is mass of block and what is angle of friction? So even if this is the question, so even if they want mass of the block, first you find weight. Even if they want angle of friction, first find mu. Okay, now right here. Now, therefore, once you get that answer, continue here. Continue. Therefore, mass of the block equal to W divided by G. W is 600.772 divided by 9.81, that much kilogram mass. Write whatever answer you got. I am not giving answer. Why? Why should I give answer? Everybody got a calculator, calculate. And lastly, let phi be angle of friction. Then we know that mu equal to tan phi, or phi equal to tan inverse mu equal to tan inverse of mu. How much you got? 0.299999. Get the angle of friction in degrees. Okay. These two answers get. See, objective question. If there are two unknowns are there, if it is single unknown simple question, they will give this option and also this option. So many people, when they get 60 in the option A, they will give weight approximately 601. B, they will give this answer approximately. In a hurry, people what? They will tick this answer. Why? They got the answer. No, that is the weight. They want the mass. So if the mass given, convert to weight. If angle of friction given, get coefficient of friction, solve the question. But in case they want mass, find weight, divide by G. If they want angle of friction, find mu, tan inverse mu will give phi. This I will not tell in future. Okay, that's all. I will conclude the class. Next class I will continue question number 47 over 48. Thank you. Next class we will meet.